as the enigmatic late summer sky turns obsidian and only some distant stars seem to wander behind the clouds in the vast vacuum of space, I reflect upon the past. The last time I was able to have a coherent conversation with my father was 30 years ago. I know it's just a mere grain of sand in the entire specter of time, but to me it still feels like yesterday. That was when he told me what really happened that night. I knew I was different, but so were all my brothers, and we kinda kept it as private as possible. My father worked for the Unforgivers, a ruthless clan of mobsters that held up until the late 40s. He had no real choice. There never was no real ethical option in Lust Valley. The city swallowed all the human qualities one can have and never spat out anything good in return. Same as a supermassive black hole that devours everything in its way once you get too close. He got way too close. He felt its unholy energy that we all feel even today, the eternal damnation of an entire generation. The Unforgivers had a hidden plan with my father, one that he understood much too late, a vicious plot that involved the sacrifice of his descendants. Without his will or even his ability to comprehend what's going to happen, he made the deal. The deal that transformed me and all of my brothers into nocturnal predators. My father signed the Codex book with his own blood because he thought he would save all of us from hunger. Little did he know that we were bound to fall deep into the pit of everlasting starvation. The rain, now a torrential downpour, pounds against the windshield like a million frantic fingers demanding entry. The car's interior is cloaked in shadow, safe for the occasional flicker of neon from the decaying Lust Valley streets. A figure stumbles down the alley, the steps uneven, swayed by intoxication or despair. Perhaps both. I watch, my gaze narrowing as my instincts take hold. A young man dressed in a suit that was once pristine, but now hangs loose and disheveled. He reeks of failure, of dreams sold for a lesser price than they were worth. The stench of cheap bourbon trails him like an unwanted specter. He does not know I am here. He does not know that he is walking toward his fate. For a moment I hesitate. A whisper of humanity lingers, a remnant of a life long abandoned. But the pangs are relentless. My mind spirals back to my father's words that night, 30 years ago. It was the only way, he had murmured, his voice heavy with regret. You'll understand one day. I understood now. I understood the curse we bore, the insatiable thirst that no sacrifice could ever quench. The Unforgivers had known. They had laughed as they bound us to this wretched existence, sealing our fates with ink drawn from my father's veins. He thought he was saving us, but he had doomed us to a life of lurking in the periphery, existing only in the shadows of a world that would never accept us.